Hi, I'm Dean with Old English Outfitters, and today we're going to be talking about the brand new Smith Wesson J-Frame Ultra Carry. Now this is available in a few models and calibers. So you have the 442 being the black with the kind of red wine grips, and the 642 being the stainless with the black and blue grips. Now within those two SKUs there are a few different calibers. There's 5-shot 38 Special Plus P, and then a 6-shot 32 H&R Magnum. In the 32, you can also shoot 32 Smith & Wesson longs and 32 Smith & Wesson. So you have a few different choices of calibers. The idea behind these, this is a distributor exclusive from Lipseys. The idea behind these was to get the absolute best J-frame humanly possible. And I think they delivered on that. So let's go over a few improvements. So starting at the bottom, we have some improved grips over the standard J-frame. These are manufactured by VZ Grips. They're really big in the G10 industry, and they are what they call high horn grips. So these come all the way to the top of the back strap and have a nice gentle radius for your palm to fit into and the web of your hand. This allows you to grab the pistol a little bit higher and get the web of your hand closer to the center line of the bore. That's going to have less felt recoil and be more comfortable in the web of your hand. Now 32 and 38 are not very high recoil guns, but somehow an airweight J-frame manages to make 38s feel hot because it is such a light gun. So anything we can do to improve that is good. To your eye, these grips probably look smooth, but they do have what I would call micro milling on the front and back strap. They're just little kind of curved horizontal lines that give you a little bit more snag in the grip. And then this is a clamshell grip. So it goes all the way around the gun. There is no seam where you can see the bottom of the grip, aside from the actual bottom of the pistol where it cuts off. It does wrap all the way around the front and the back of the revolver. And then you have a 2-finger grip here. They did that because wrapping your pinky around the bottom is rather comfortable when angling your hand up like that. It feels very natural. If you wanted a more vertical grip, sure. But on revolvers where you want to get up into the back strap, having your pinky down is not all that uncomfortable. And this is going to be a lot better for, they say, ultimate concealment. It does conceal rather nicely, but it is a small gun. Or if you were going to use this as an ankle gun. Back when I was working in law enforcement, I used an LCP Max as an ankle gun, and that would be about the same length as this. I wouldn't really go much longer, because some of my guys, or some of my buddies, they would carry like Glock 43s. One dude had a Glock 43X as an ankle gun, which was ridiculous. It looked like he had a phone book in his pants leg. So something like this that is small and cut off and rounded is going to be very usable as an ankle gun in most any kind of pants. Up from there, the trigger. They did a lot of improvements to this trigger, and I will say it is probably one of the best J-frame double action triggers I have felt, if not the best, even above a performance center gun. If I can, I would compare it kind of to the Kimber K6S if you felt that, to where it's very clear when you're going to get hammer fall. You can stage that cylinder and get a good hammer fall or a good precise shot even with a short barrel. Usually on Smith & Wesson guns, even the performance centers, it is a continuous pull from the start to the back, and you can't really tell when you have stopped timing the cylinder and when you're actually firing the gun. So this feels good. It's very easy to shoot accurately. Up from there, a nice just kind of gimme to you guys. There's no lock on this gun because everybody hates the Hillary hole. It does give a cleaner look to the side plate of the revolver, so I do like that. Standard cylinder release. Nothing fancy about that. There's nothing new there. Not really a mechanism that needs improved on a J-frame. The cylinder itself, again, this is the 442-38, so this is a 5-shot cylinder. Now, they claim that the holes are chamfered and the front of the cylinder is beveled to have increased holsterability and ease of loading. I will tell you right now, this is a standard J-frame cylinder. I'm pretty sure that is just a marketing point. There is a slight chamfer, but this is nothing like the Jerry Mitchell-like revolver where there's like a 45-degree angle on each one of the holes in the cylinder. And the front is not exceptionally beveled. There's just a little bevel to cut the hard corner off the front of the cylinder, but it doesn't taper. It's just a standard J-frame cylinder. Standard barrel length for all J-frame revolvers. Some of them you'll have like 2 3/4 or 3, but this is that standard 2.5. Now finally, what I think are the shining achievement of this gun, the reason why you would buy this over a standard J-frame and spend that extra money is the iron sights they give you. These are not milled-in sights. If you've ever shot a J-frame, even if you were new to shooting guns, you probably thought to yourself, man, those sights suck. I can't see them. And you'd be right. The argument is this gun is not intended for accuracy, really. It's meant as a you-to-me gun, as a boot gun. You just, press it into somebody and squeeze the trigger until it doesn't go bang anymore. We've all heard those things at your local gun store. And while that may be true, while this gun may be designed for that type of shooting, there's no reason you shouldn't want to be able to be more accurate with the gun. Having an adjustable rear that's not like the traditional, click adjustable blade on a Smith that's a big ugly snag point is nice. Having an actual combat rear. You have a drifted in and serrated rear sight with a U-notch, and then you have a high-vis big dot tritium sight. So there's green for the daytime, and then the center dot is going to be green tritium. These are manufactured by XS Sights, they make excellent iron sights. That's not really in question. And they did tune these for specific loads. So this is the 442-38. We're going to spend some time talking about that. They are tuned for gold dot hollow points, and then also 148 grain wad cutters. 148 grain wad cutters is what we shot for the duration of the review. And it is stated on the website that these are tuned for 15 yards. A couple things. Number one, and you absolutely must know this so you don't buy one and drive yourself insane. They are tuned for 15 yards at a 6 o'clock hold, not dead center. If you do that, you're going to miss over the target and you're going to be ticked off thinking that these are not tuned for 15 yards. You have to aim at 6 o'clock, and that increases exponentially. The smaller your target, the farther away. You're going to have to aim lower to hit dead center in relationship to 6 o'clock on that target. Also, this did not come really, we'll say, zeroed from the factory. I was hitting pretty significantly left, so I'm going to have to take this and drift this rear sight so I get good impact with my chosen carry loads. Outside of that, I love the sights. There is no reason that any gun needs to come with bad sights. I understand some things are a cost savings, but something like this, I was able to connect with this thing a couple times at 50 yards with a J-frame revolver, which is awesome. I'm not an exceptional shot. I'm okay, but that really speaks to the accuracy of the gun and the usability of the sights. Try to do that with a standard J-frame, with a milled-in rear sight that you can't adjust at all. You can barely see it, really, unless the lighting conditions are right. There's no reason you shouldn't be able to be accurate with a gun this small. It can do it if the sights are there and you're able to adjust them so you can perceive aiming the gun correctly. Overall, I think they hit their mark. I think Lipseys and Smith Wesson did deliver probably the perfect J-frame. It's hard to imagine anywhere else this gun could go. If you wanted more rounds, you'd have to have a bigger frame. Other than that, there's not really any features. A better trigger, better grips, and some good sights. That is awesome. And as somebody who has always hated the J-frame, and I mean hated it, I didn't like it at all. I like this gun a lot. I'm going to buy this one. This one's mine. I'm going to carry this around as like a nice little lightweight summer gun because I like it. I think it's cool. It shoots really well, and it does deliver. Revolvers still have their certain setbacks, but they have their place in the gun industry. There's a reason these guns are still made and still sold. They are popular. They do have a simpler manual of arms than some semi-automatic pistols. And having an improved version like this that's going to be more comfortable if you have less grip strength, easier to pull, and easier to be accurate with is always a good thing. I'm really happy with the revolver, and I think they did deliver. Guys, that's the review. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. In addition, we do have an Instagram at OE Outfitters. Go over there. If you like what you see, please give us a follow. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.